Hello, 你好, my name is Katrina. In today's video, I would like to share how to learn a new foreign language with online lesson or with online resources. As you guys might know that I've been studying German for 5 months already, and I didn't go to or I didn't attend any classes in school or any language school. What I learned is I use a lot of online resources such as video lessons. And I found a really professional teacher. He's a Taiwanese, but he teaches German, and he uses the online video lesson, just what I'm doing. So I decided to give it a shot. So this year, January 12th, I attended his online lesson, and which is 24 hours, so I could just log in with my account and watch his video lesson and learn by myself. So that's kind of the experiment to myself, learning a new foreign language. So what I do is every week I watch his lesson and I review by myself. So basically for the first 2 or 3 months I study on my own. As you might know that the grammar in German is very complicated and very difficult. So I have to spend a lot of time to understand the grammar and to figure out the genders, okay? Especially if you're a German or you know how to speak German, you know that gender is one of the challenging things in German language. So I spent like 2 or 3 months understanding the German language and the grammatical rules, especially the genders. And then I realized that one of the challenges is the pronunciation of German, because we don't have the sound. It's just like when you are learning Mandarin, you probably don't have the zhi and shi and si and zi, ci, si, those kind of sounds. So then I decided to do something, all right? So I asked my teacher if I can record my pronunciation to him, and he correct my pronunciation. So here's what I do after studying with videos for 3 months. I started to record my pronunciations to my teacher. So the material that I am recording is just according to the thing that I learned from my teacher. So when I review a conversation of a new language, German, you can use that, apply this method in learning Mandarin as well. So what I do is I take some conversations that I learned in German, and then I record it with my cell phone, my sound. You can download some recording app to your cell phone, and then you just can record your sound to your teacher. And then my teacher would listen and reply me which word or vocabulary pronunciation I have to be aware of. So this is how I practice my pronunciation, by really recording it and listen to my voice, listen to my pronunciation, and let my teacher to check it. So this is what I do for the next step. And then after that, I realized that I need to have someone to talk to. So I post something on internet that I need a native speaker of German that I can practice with. Luckily, I found one, and he is really professional. What we are doing for language exchange is that I specifically told him what I want, which is in our language exchange, I will take out the material that I learned, and also I will read the conversation to him. So all what he has to do is to correct my pronunciation. That's it. And according to the pronunciation, try to have a very simple conversation with me. And the point is, because he's just a language exchange partner, he's not really a teacher. So I would not ask him any grammatical questions unless he knows. So when it comes to grammatical questions, I would just write them down and ask my own teacher. And I will not ask the LE partner to answer any grammatical questions, because I know he's not a teacher. So now I think that at this stage, I fulfill, or I have a lot of important things in learning a language. First, I learned from video from the professional teacher. So when you are learning a new language, you have to find a professional teacher who knows how to teach, okay? And the second, you have to check that if you understand this language, and you have to know that, check that, ensure that you understand you know the pronunciation very well, you can speak the pronunciation. So you need someone to check that for you. And then you need to have the real person to have a real conversation with you. That's why you need the language change partner. And so now I'm having those together. I meet my language change partner once a week, and I record my sound once or twice a week to my teachers, and I watch videos once a week to learn new grammar of German. So now you can apply all these methods or all these steps into learning Mandarin. I think this is a time effective, and it's really flexible when it comes to, like, if you have a very busy job, or you're just like me, a freelancer, you don't have a fixed working time, which means you cannot attend any official school lesson or language school lesson, because you don't know if you have time to go to the lesson. So I think this is why internet learning is so convenient for both teachers and students. A lot of people, they have doubts, or they are still resisting learning online because they don't trust the internet. But I have tried it, and I think it's not bad, actually. Well, of course, if you really want a real teacher to do it one-on-one, it's more pricey. If you have the money, if you have time, of course you can do it. Or if you like to interact with people, of course you could do it. But learning online or learning with a video lesson doesn't mean that you don't have the human interaction. As I say, you could always find a person to practice with you, find on the internet. So the point is that your attitude must be right of learning a new language. If you don't have the right attitude, your language partner might be your romantic partner in the end, but that's not what I want. So I think the point is that you have to be very serious. You have a serious attitude in learning a language. When you watch a video lesson, you have to set at the time every week that this is the time I study Mandarin, this is the time I study foreign language. And then when you record it, you have to make sure that you review every week, so you have the recording to your teacher to check your pronunciation. And as to the language partner, you have to specifically tell your language partner what you exactly want and what can they give you. You have to know, and so you can progress in your language learning. So I guess this is the tips of learning a new language by the online lesson or by the internet, and also practice by yourself. This is my tip. And of course, I will put my recording at the end of this video, and you will see how well or how good or how bad my German right now. And you can see my progress, so you know that how is it working on me, and maybe it's also working on you with the same method. Alright, that's all for today. I hope this sharing helps you, and if you're still struggling and don't know what to do with all the internet resources or video lessons, how to learn by video lesson or by yourself, you can also always ask me questions, send me some messages. I'll be glad to help. Alright, that's all for today, and I hope it helps. I will see you next time in our next video. 加油，再见。
Guten Abend. Guten Abend. Wie geht's Ihnen? Danke. Nicht schlecht. Wohnen Sie hier? Nein, ich wohne in Bremen. Studieren Sie hier? Nein, ich studiere in Bremen. Bremen. Tom, das ist eine Universität. Die Uni ist sehr bekannt. Guten Tag, Leo. Das ist Tom. Tom, das ist Leo. Er studiert hier. Freut mich, Tom. Woher kommen Sie? Ich komme aus England. Sind Sie auch Student? Ja, Ich bin Student. Wo wohnen Sie? Ich wohne in Bremen. Wohin fahren Sie? Wir fahren nach München. München.